Hey guys, Mary Dean here with Field Day 2013. Alright, let's get right to it. So Homeroom Moms, the schedule for the day is all day is Field Day. And so what I need from you is to be in your classrooms at least by 7:30ish. The kids don't have to be there by then, but if you could be there by then, it sure is helpful for just getting everything running smoothly, because at 8:05 is when your first events start, either at the tug of war, special areas, or out on the ribboned events. And I just really need for you guys to be on time for that. By now you should have already sent out the email or letter home to your parents just telling them that Field Day is coming up on May the 17th. And couple of things, I know that Carissa and Lori have probably already emailed you, but be sure you tell them to wear their class shirt. All the classes have those. They need to wear sunscreen. A hat is optional if they want. There's not really anything they're doing that day that a hat would be hard for them to have on. Kindergarten, we do recommend that they bring a change of clothes that day, t-shirt and shorts to wear home, because they do, after the fire department comes, they do get pretty doggone wet. So it's good for them to have that. Other classes, a towel is really appropriate because they're pretty soaked, and some of the kids go home shivering, and we don't want that, so towels are really good. So anyway, wear the shirt, sunscreen, a hat if they want, change of clothes for kindergarten, and towels for all the grades. The other thing, let's see, what's next? The day of events, everything going, well, let's go back, sorry. Lunch that day, we do provide a chance for you guys to get volunteer lunches, and they're from McAllister's. They're $6.50 each. You need to reserve yours ahead of time with Miss Christopher in the front office. Those are for you, for your kids. If you want to get them for your kids, absolutely you can. You could buy it for the whole class if you wanted, but it's mainly for the adults. And we recommend that the students just stick with their sack lunches or pizza, whatever you might be doing as a homeroom mom together. Okay. So, moving right along. I'm going to go fast because I know it's going to be long. The schedule for the day, like I said, arrive at 7:30. Then we start at 8:05, just shortly after the morning announcements. Kindergarten through second grade are going to be out on the field doing events first. The Ryan High School Student Council are there. They run all the events for us. The Denton High School cheerleaders are there, and they face paint for us. So you guys don't have to do any events. I don't need you to do anything but stay with your class. Have all your parents that come bring their cameras, take lots of pictures for the yearbook, things like that. But parents, stay with your kids all day. You do not have to run the events like Fall Festival. It doesn't work that way. The first event's at 8:05. The last event for kindergarten through second grade is at 11:05. Your lunch is at about 11:05-ish to about 11:40-ish. That's when the fun zone's kind of closed. You're done with everything. You've done all your events, so that's when you go back to your room. For lunch, some of the classrooms order pizza. That's real popular, and they just have the kids bring $2 or $3 each, and that covers the cost of the homeroom mom for the pizza and the drinks. You can do juice boxes, or some even do Cokes and stuff for their class. So it's just whatever you want to do. The only thing we're going to provide as part of Field Day is a popsicle, and they're pretty good popsicles. I forget what you call them, but they're pretty cool. But anyway, so 11:10 to 11:40-ish is your lunch. Now, third, fourth, and fifth grade, your lunch is a little different, because you guys do in the morning. You're doing your fun zone tug of war, and fifth grade's even doing their relay race in the morning. Your lunch is 10:50 to about 11:20. And at 11:20, you guys are back out on the field competing in your ribboned events and that kind of thing. But up until then, you're just doing your tug of war, that kind of stuff. I will have a schedule for you. It'll be in your box. It'll list when you're supposed to be at what event, what time. Just know that kindergarten does not do tug of war. They get no ribbons except for one blue ribbon. So kindergarten parents, you have it super easy. You run through each event with them. You help the teachers get them in the event and out of the event. You don't have to write down or record anything. And then at the end of the day, you give them each a blue ribbon to go home with. And you know, they might have to change their clothes because they might be a little cold and wet. First and second grade, all your events are just like everybody else. You go through, you have ribboned events where you'll get first through fifth place. Some are first through second, some are first through fourth. The tug of war, you'll compete against all the different classes. Again, a difference here on first grade. I think second grade still does it normal. first grade, you will only do a single elimination pull. If you pull and you lose on the tug of war, you're out. We're not going to make you sit there and pull 3 more times because it's not fair. First grade, it's their first time to do tug of war, and it is a lot of energy on those kids to do that tug of war. 2nd through 5th, though, you're pulling for the long haul. You're going to pull, I think the most you can pull is like 6 times in a row. It can be a little rough, but anyway, tell your kids if they want to bring gloves, they absolutely can. We don't mind. They have a good time over at tug of war. We do have ribbons this year for all the teachers in tug of war, so that'll be fun for them to, 1st through 3rd anyway, for them to get to have a ribbon to take home, because teachers never get the ribbons. So anyway, let's see. The second half of the day, when the older kids are out on the field doing the ribbons event, the fire truck will come to the fun zone between 1 and 2, somewhere in there, usually about 1:30. You'll see me on the golf cart go down there, and I usually get them, and they come up. They'll make a loop around the bus loop, and then they'll start spraying the kids. They'll spray for about 20 minutes or so until their water runs out. So if you're over doing the 3-legged race, and you're like, oh my gosh, the fire department's here, I gotta hurry. Don't slow down for sure. You know, but you have a little bit of time to get over there. Where it comes into play, and it's not much fun for them, is the 1st graders and 2nd graders are almost always, it seems like they're either in special areas or they're about to come out of special areas, and they always miss out, especially those 2nd graders. So maybe get with your teacher, talk with them, and see if they're in special areas and you hear that the fire department's coming or they're about to start spraying, just so they can make it out there and get out there and get to enjoy the water. You know, talk with them and make sure that that'll work. Let's see. As you're going event to event, if you're standing at the balloon toss and you're not scheduled to go to, say, the spider crawl for another 30 minutes or something like that, and you see it's open and you don't see anybody else around who's supposed to be on it, you know, you kind of look at the schedule, kind of say, oh, well, Miss Barty's class is supposed to be there, but I don't see her anymore. Oh, she's over there doing those 3-legged races. You can sneak over there and do your race real quick. I don't mind. Nobody really minds, because the more you can get done during the day, the more time you have at the end of the day. Because what happens at the end of the day, for kindergarten through 2nd grade, super easy. During lunch, you can lay your ribbons out, you can sort through them, do everything you need to do. For 3rd through 5th, though, you are very rushed at the end of the day, and it's like you always run out of time. So you got to really be diligent at the end of the day with 3rd, 4th, and 5th to get all your ribbons labeled and written out to the right student. And speaking of that, this is how we're going to do that this year to try and help you guys with some of that time. You're going to get a sheet of paper, and it's going to be stapled together. It'll look something like this, and it's going to be labels. Now this one's not the labels because I didn't have those out, but anyway, so you're going to have a sheet of paper. It's going to look like this, and on it, this is going to be the labels, and this is 50-yard dash. So you'll have to bring a clipboard. That's another thing you need to bring is a clipboard. Bring your own from home. You'll have on here, it says 50-yard dash girl, 50-yard dash, or 1st place, 50-yard dash girl 2nd place, 50-yard dash girl 3rd place, 50-yard dash girl 4th place, all the way to 5th place. As the girls are running, you know, mark, set, go, they take off, they run, and at the end, you'll have student helpers down there along with your parents. You're going to go 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Line them up. Okay, you're 1st, you're 2nd, you're 3rd, you're 4th, you're 5th. And then you're going to go, okay, what's your name, sweetie? And she says, it's Jane Doe. And you're right, Jane Doe on 1st place. 2nd place, she says, I don't know, Shauna Blue. So you're right, Shauna Blue. And you go all the way down, you just write their name on the labels. When you get back to the classroom at the end of the day, you're going to have a baggie. You're going to pull it out, and it's going to say 50-yard dash. And it's going to have 2 blue, 2 red, 2 white, 2 green, and 2 purple ribbons. 2 blue, boy and a girl 1st place. So you're going to go, Jane Doe, 1st place, put it on there, there's your ribbon. Then do your 2nd place, Shauna Blue, pull it off, put it on there, like that. So hopefully it saves you a step of having to write everything down twice. What I would recommend is when you get your labels, you'll have one small one for a 50-yard dash. The other ones are going to look like this. And I would go through, and like I did here, and I would highlight the events. So this says squirt or spider crawl. All these yellows, if you can see it, all those yellows are the spider crawl. These over here that are circled are all the relay race, because each class competes on that. And then down here is the 3-legged race. So I would I'd kind of section them off so it does help you with a little bit. There's not a whole lot. I mean, these are going to be your 2 sheets that you'll have to write on, and then you'll have the one little one. On the relay race, and on 3 of the other events, the obstacle relay, the obstacle relay, the waterfall, and the spider crawl. Those 3 events, 4 events because of relay race, take teams. Now the relay race, you don't have to worry about the teams. Miss William and Miss Reeves already have done the teams, and they've already divided everybody up into their teams. So you won't do anything there. On the obstacle relay and the spider crawl, you need 2 teams. I would call those teams like AA and BB. And what it is you have the teacher divide your class ahead of time. It's really helpful if she can do this. And she can already say, you guys over here are team AA, you guys over here are team BB. And those are for the obstacle relay and the spider crawl. So when you get to those events, you say team AA here, team BB here. On the waterfall relay, you're going to need 4 teams, and you just divide the teams up as evenly as you can. It's usually about 6 kids per team, 5 or 6. On the waterfall relay, we've taken long noodles, we've sliced them in half, and then chopped them up into 12-inch pieces. So each student of the 6, let's say there's 6 on a team, 4 of them are going to stand here and they're going to hold this, or actually 5 of them I guess, are going to hold their noodles, and they're going to angle them up, and they're going to drain down in here into a pickle bucket. And so the person at the top has a Dixie cup, and you say mark, set, go. They get the water, they pour it down, everybody trying to balance it and hold it, and they try and fill up their bucket here at the end. And the first one to reach the line is the winner. Now here's the catch. The first one to reach the line is the winner, but you keep going and tell the kids, don't stop, keep going. So the second one to fill up to their line gets 2nd place, and then 3rd place, and then 4th place, and so on. On that one, I believe it goes all the way to place number 4. So anyway, so that's how those do. So on that one, I'd have team A, B, C, and D, and tell the kids ahead of time, your team A, your team B, your team. You can even write it on their hand, AA and B, meaning they're on team AA for the one event, the 2 events, and then I'm on team B when I go to the waterfall relay. So just however you guys want to do it, however works for y'all. You can also just have their names, read them out. That works too. It's all about having a good time and or winning some ribbons. I do need you guys, to go quickly through your events. The tug of war, my guys that run the tug of war have the end all be all, say utter truth. Don't yell at them. Don't be mean. Encourage these students that are coming from Ryan High School, because they do give us their whole day, and they do help out so much. You're going to get a schedule that looks like this. It's a printout of the whole day. You'll actually get 2. One's for the early, one's for the late. And it's for all the classes. So if you have multiple kids at the school like I do, and you want to see what event they're supposed to be at, so you can maybe run over and see them compete real quick, this is real helpful because it's for the whole day. You'll get another one that's just for your class. It'll just be a detailed list of where you're supposed to be when. It's a little easier to look at than the spreadsheet. And other than that, I think that's about it, y'all. I tried to go real fast because I didn't want to miss anything, but I think that oh, the car wash. In the fun zone area, when you're in the fun zone, the car wash, keep the kids moving through it. Don't let them just congregate underneath it and just get soaking wet. That's not really what it's there for. Water stations are stationed throughout the area for the kids to drink. Tell them to drink. I don't want anybody getting dehydrated. The volunteer booth is for you. It's all free. Help yourself to everything there, from donuts to water to Cokes to granola bars to fresh fruit. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. My name's Mary Dean. This is my 5th year doing this, so I think I know what I'm doing. I hope. But give me a call, 940-395-9412 if you need me, if you have any questions. Or you can email me at Dean, D-E-A-N, Clan, C-L-A-N, the number 8 at hotmail.com. So I hope this was helpful for you guys to see all this and kind of know what you're going to be doing for the upcoming field day. We'll see y'all May the 17th. Thanks.